I want to believe in UFOs so bad, but every time I get close, you know,
Yeah.
I watch a video of someone debunking it, and I just can't. I want to see one thing that makes me go, fuck, I can't find an explanation for that.
I am less likely to believe with every new thing they tell us.
In aliens or against them?
Well, in the existence of them, I'm 100% convinced.
Yeah.
100% convinced that in the greater universe, which is almost impossible to imagine how big it is, that there's other forms of life. I believe that 100%. But I also think that if you're getting some release from the Pentagon that says there's off-world crafts, you know, UFOs, unexplainable vehicles not of this earth, they don't tell you the truth about anything.
No.
Anything. I would say that if I was trying to obscure a hyper-sophisticated drone or weapons program, I would release that. I would, if I was a smart guy who's involved in intelligence, I would say, what's the best way to get away with this new super sophisticated weapons program? Okay, well, let's just say it's aliens.
Yeah.
Let's just not say it's us at all. And, well, what's the best way to get that information out? First of all, pretend you don't want it to get out.
Yeah.
Don't just have a press conference because then they won't believe you. Leak it out slowly. Leak it out a little bit here and there. Leak it out through, you got some guy who works for you who's maybe got a big mouth, likes to tell a little gossipy.
Yeah.
Let's get Mike over there. Tell him.
Yeah.
Leave a folder on his desk.
Yeah. Tell a secret to some asshole that, you know, can't keep his mouth shut. Yeah.
Exactly. And then Mike, I felt compelled to go to Congress and explain. And then, you know, Mike is on fucking Newsmax, and Mike is writing a Substack now about all his experiences that he had in Area 51. There's a lot of loony people, man, and there's a lot of real interest in obscuring high-level military secrets that are of dire national intelligence and national security needs. Like, you need these if these things exist, if they have the technology for insane hypersonic travel with a drone that evades, you know, all known weapon systems, can move at a speed, almost at the speed of light, like some insane speed. If we really have something like that, why? The best way to pretend you don't have it is to say that it's alien.
That's why I wondered, like, the Fravor and Alex Dietrich, is that what they saw, something that we had? Like, I want to believe that story so much because I like their story and I think they're credible people.
They definitely are credible people, and I like their story too. And it only makes sense that it's out there near where all the military bases are. I mean, think about where that was. It's in San Diego. Where the ones with Ryan Graves, the fighter pilot who spotted them off the East Coast, same thing, restricted airways. It's all the places where they do military exercises.
Right. So there's things they might not tell those guys that they're doing.
Yeah. And that's also with Ryan Graves. I think it was in 2014 when they upgraded the sensors. They upgraded all the scanning systems, and then they started seeing these things all the time. So what better way to find out, like, at what level can people see these things? Let's upgrade the scanners and send these guys out there. They're seeing them. Okay, so they're seeing them now.
Yeah.
And now you know. Like, it's like I think more likely than any, at least some of these things these people are experiencing are ours.
Yeah, I think so too, and I want to believe more. But like, I saw Lex Friedman did a really good interview with David Fravor, and they were responding to things that Mick West said. And David Fravor is a brilliant guy, but the explanation he gave wasn't the technical explanation I would have wanted to hear. Like, it was more like, hey, we're trained and we know what we're seeing. And I'm a fucking idiot, so I don't understand the technology at all. I'm a high school dropout. But I was like, I watched both of those things, and I was like, he didn't say anything that combated what Mick West said that made, like, you know what I mean? Mick West said things, and if he was wrong.
About that thing being real, that cannot be denied, because it was scanned. They used multiple different types of equipment and the human eye. So you have this, they spotted this thing at above 50,000 feet, and it went down to 50 feet in less than a second.
Yeah.
Then it's a physical object. It also went to its cat point. So they saw it. They have video of this thing moving at an insane rate of speed that they judged to be like some fucking stupendous number of G's. That if a human being was inside of this thing, you just turn it to jello. And then it went to their cat point, which is their predetermined destination that they were all going to meet up. So this thing either was being operated by the same people, and they knew that they could, like, get it to that point, or it was telling them that it knew where they were supposed to go, and then it reappears. It moves off at this rate of speed that you can't even You can't process it. No one knows how it's doing it. How's it going from 50,000 feet above sea level to 50 like that? That's not possible as far as what we know. But if they have something that can move like that, and it's most likely some kind of a drone, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. But does that mean that that's all the things that people are seeing? No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think they're lying, by the way. I don't think that those pilots are lying at all. I think they definitely saw something. I'm just not convinced it's from another
Jupiter.
planet. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not either. I'm not. But I'm also not convinced that some of these things aren't from other planets.
Which one do you think? Because there's not one that I saw, and I really want the one. Like, I want to see one.
I've never seen the one. I've never seen the one. But there's enough sightings and enough people that are just... What percentage of people lie about stuff? Is it half? It might be half. Like, half people fib a little bit about the story and make themselves look a little better than what really happened.
Yeah.
It's tricky. Tricky between, like, an outright lie, which is fairly rare amongst people, and then a distortion of truth, which is much more common.
Yeah, filling in the blanks where you think it should go.
Yeah, yeah. Like a friend of mine was trying to tell me that he spotted a UFO in his backyard, and they filmed it with his iPhone, but that the video wasn't on the phone after it was over. I go, okay. Isn't it more likely you didn't press the button? You thought you pressed the button?
Right.
That's happened to me before.
Sure,
like,
me too.
Everybody does that. And he's like, no, it was definitely working. Like, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not working. That's possible too. And the fact that you're not able to entertain whether or not it might not have actually been recording, that seems to be a little weird.
Well, what's easier to swallow? Like the fact that I saw a UFO and it made the video disappear, or I saw a UFO and then didn't hit record.
Yeah,
like,
that's more likely.
Yeah, like that's the humiliating thing. Like there's a fucking UFO and I didn't record it.
Also, you're freaking out. And when people are freaking out, they don't know what they're doing. They fuck things up all the time. But the point is, like, that's not a lie. It's just a distorted version of truth that suits that person more. And I think people do stuff like that all the time when it comes to, like, these UFO sightings.